is that problem? Are you staying well? The kind of top thing that high level performers do is have a system and stay, and are very much aware of their health. So those are important to being a high performance person, whether it's again your business, your studies, your goals in life, your family goals, your career goals, to be a high performer. All right. So, with that being said, my first guest comes from Sunrise Seekers, and they take a holistic approach to health and wellness. They do holistic assessments. So we're going to talk to her. Her name is Miss Asia from Sunrise Seekers, and she's going to come and join us in just a minute. Right here on Live in the DTV. I'm Jabril. You're watching Live in the DTV. Stay with us. All right. We are live. We are back. You are still sitting on live in the DTV. Thank you so much again for joining us. Our first guest is Miss Asia of A Sunrise Seeker Service. A Sunrise Seeker Service, taking a holistic and whole approach to services and product distribution. At Sunrise Seeker Service, they want you to know yourself. So we're here to talk to her today, Miss Asia of Sunrise Secret Service. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
All right, thank you again for joining us. So I understand, and you brought us some goodies here in the studio today. We have naturally alkaline, a herbal brew. We have a herbal honey. We have the popcorns, and so this, okay, our herbal brew, honey, and then she gave us some popcorn and some other goodies and some information to read as well. We're going to be diving into our first dive into this conversation. So, Miss Asia of Sunrise Secret Service, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. How work and what is Seekers?
Seeker Services, we cater to the individual, a family, teams and groups and children.
Okay.
And like you said, we focus on the law of the universe, or one of the major laws of the universe is to know thyself. And we do that by way of medical astrology, traditional assessments, body assessments, so that we understand the disposition of the body and what is needed to heal it naturally. So this is for people who don't really want to take pharmaceutical drugs all the time for the rest of their lives. We're talking about healing the natural way.
Yes. And when you say a body assessment, and I see on your website traditional body analysis, what does that entail? How do you diagnose? Oh, not probably diagnose, but how do you examine and come up with the with your assessment, come up with the results for the ailments that as your customers and patients would describe.
All right, thank you for that. That's true. I do not diagnose. I'm not a doctor. It's very important to say that.
Yes.
I am a certified nutritional counselor, and I also have other holistic certifications, Reiki, mythology, etc. All right. So for the traditional body analysis, for example, we have 4 different types of analysis. The saliva
All that.
that was a journey. It had been years that I was on an ascending heel of addictive behavior, thought, fear, and even toward others. I tried to abuse and sabotage others.
I see.
And I wanted to off myself.
Oh.
For real.
Sabotage to get you here to learn about all of these advancements in holistic even information what did that what does that mean to know yourself and to again kind of be able to examine and start to learn about, hey, there's natural medicine in our gardens and the earth and all that to help me with not only my physical health, but you say you're going through things, so that mental health and clarity.
Yes, mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional.
Mhm.
Well, it's not easy
Right.
because you know this. We have so many things thrown at us each day,
Absolutely.
and so taking a moment every day to sink in to the body
Right.
and feel what is going on in the mind,
Mhm.
in the thoughts, takes effort.
Yes.
But meditation helps, and being around like-minded people help with that as well. And
Excellent.
then I started to gravitate to, which was nothing new, right? We
Right.
know herbs and vitamins and minerals have been here
Yes.
since before time.
Hmm.
And then so going back, it's like a Sankofa moment, turning back, going back home, remembering,
Right.
putting the pieces back together again. Okay, how can I heal myself in a natural way? There is a reason for me.
Mm.
We say in holistic health, nothing happens by accident,
Right.
and therefore everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
So these type of thoughts started circulating, and I was sitting there thinking, okay, what can I do? You know, looking up to the heavens, what can I do? And so I have the information, the seeds have been planted, all of the guidance, my mentors, gurus, you know, back in the day, and holistic healers. So finally, I said, let me sit down and take some courses
Hmm.
and see how I can benefit others too, because
Absolutely.
I know I'm not the only one.
Right. And some things, things that come out of this process, not only but
Are
the pharmaceutical and over-the-counter medicines, and we can do that by going to the earth and more natural, holistic living. What are some things, though, in the common, and we're probably going to get some pushback for this, the common American diet, let's say, that we should really just stay away from, that you found? And,
okay.
we know this is going to be controversial, your
I
answer,
know,
because,
right?
yeah.
I know. Someone asked me once, how can I increase the hydration in my body? I said, well, yeah, drink more water.
Right.
So can we really stay away? We watch. Let's start our conversations, monitoring how we speak to ourselves, of course, each other. I
Yes.
grew up in one of those households where it was like, you know, children should be seen and not heard, be quiet, hush, hush, you know.
Yeah.
So I've had to heal my throat chakra, you know, my heart and my brain. And I've had
to receive that. But have you ever, with the holistic approach, had someone really drastically change some of their habits as far as what they're putting in their diet?
And minerals, vitamins, amino acid. If we're taking
Yeah.
potassium and magnesium. They do understand.
Excellent, excellent. And then we talk about, again, the fruit components, the herbal components, the component of changing your diet and changing some of those daily habits. Is it kind of an incremental thing, or is it like, oh, cold turkey, you got to change everything
right now?
Right.
Yeah. Well, we want this to be an easeful process.
Mhm.
So one step at a time, Deirdre Brill.
All right. So we transition them into the good health and the holistic approaches. And I do want to ask the question, additional looking for more so the some damage from who you treated the most.
Okay. Ready to make the change. All right, cool. Yeah, I looked up a synonym to product. No terminology.
Mm-hmm.
And I have added herbs to it. Golden seal, beetroot powder,
Yes.
cáscara sagrada, etc. And so what we can do is rub it on the body. We can even rub it on the face. We can eat it. We can put it on toast. And the honey helps to extract the nutrients of the herbs, making it quite powerful and more robust. We also have,
Absolutely.
all right, we have the emergency 3-pack. We have herbal popcorn. We have a mana that can facilitate the wellness in the body, taking it orally or topically. And so when we say things like chakras are, we in the West, we focus on the main seven. I think it's branching out to nine now.
Hmm.
And this tradition sort of comes from the East as far as our energy.
Hmm.
And know ourselves. Yes.
All right, thank you. You said another thing that got me another question. So that emergency,
Yes.
you know, the kind of medication that we take. Well, it's vitamin C, basically. They
Mm-hmm.
can't see.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been dealing with something. I think it's going to change. Thought I was getting a cold. It didn't look like a cold. Turns out it's sinus. I'm hitting it hard. So with that, emergency, that 3-day emergency detox be a to clear it and other things I'm taking, or what would you prescribe to something like that? Okay. Well, thank you so much for that. And then obviously we cannot forget, and this is my very last, where can we find and keep up with you, Ms. Asia, for appointment or any event you have coming up, and anything you want to share with giving us all this information. We thank all of the other supplements that you have. I would look forward to start soon. I understand that you're you're welcome. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to speak to wellness and fitness specialist, Miss Penny Love Fitness, who's going to talk to us about her diabetes prevention program. Gabriel, you're watching back. You're still sitting on Live in the DTV. My next guest is a longtime fan, supporter of the show, Miss Penny Love Fitness of Penny Love Fitness. And
a lot of necessarily run but it's a nicer action. Your natural question. Now, what is how do I
you put a positive spin, which I've never seen or heard anyone do. You put a positive spin on stress.
Good stress. In theory, a good effect on it, right?
Right.
We're doing things cost effect. So it comes in.
It's hard to deflate safely deflate a well, but that's what we're doing to our bodies. We're just pinning up the exhaustion, the expression, the not detoxifying properly, and that's what that is. Oh,
Little, you just it's all the way up.
you know, identify the intention.
what we call pennies. One of the things I said was, well, classes are, or what it means for you. Some people born with certain illnesses are part of their life, but that illness doesn't have to to establishing an overall healthy and holistic lifestyle, because you're climbing that ladder to better health, and bringing people up with you, because these are people you're going to engage with our walking program. Because we live in Michigan, so
Yes.
it's going to be between spring and summer. We're going to type that into this awareness, because as you're building better eating habits and better sleeping habits, we're going to build better movement habits. You have to start somewhere to start walking.
So building better movement habits with walking, and that ties into our diabetes prevention program that we're presenting and starting May.
The diabetes prevention program will start May. We're doing soft launch of the walking program actually this Monday. We're going to start at the community center. It's a trail, 5.5 miles of trail, 5.5, excuse me. Walks around
Right.
equals 1 mile, but it's along. There's a side for to the importance of movement. A lot of us have sedentary lifestyles. We sit at a desk all day. We get from one place to another. So go for coffee. We're in a community where coffee shops, local business. We could walk from to the shop and walk back.
What I only like coffee. Okay. All right, Miss Penny. Well, no, absolutely. Keep going. You can walk from the coffee shop. You can walk to your local donut store. We're talking about food and sugar. Talk about diabetes prevention.
The idea is to learn moderation, right? So when people think moderation, do you realize that the big like dinner plate that's actually not supposed to be packed to the edge of the plate with food?
Uh-huh.
There's stuff to your fist.
Oh,
But we covered that entire plate with food and extra helpings. So you can have, okay, the one donut that you have with your coffee while you're working, you're burning calories. You're actually using that sugar for energy. Hormone. It's a domino effect that we don't consciously realize is happening when we're in a holistic lifestyle of community.
So it's the networking is building around the like-minded people, and that's the journey that we're aligning ourselves with Penny Love Fitness and the things that you are doing at your organization, and yeah, the taking that community approach, holistic, holistic and wellness approach to just bettering ourselves, but in increments. It's not like, oh, changing everything like our last guest we just talked about. Oh, just quit smoking and quit eating sugar and do it. It's like because that's gonna build stress.
It's gonna be overwhelming, and you'll feel defeated before you get started. And when you're on a holistic journey toward a better lifestyle, the idea is to get burnt out before you get started, because most of us are already burnt out as is. You don't need additional burnout trying to think of how to better it. That's why you get on a journey with a community. You have accountability partners, but self accountability partners, not like major pain.
Well, don't you feel
no, we're not here to beat you down. We want to uplift you. We want you to help uplift others. And doing that, while I was listening to a speech, a graduation speech.
Excellent. Heavy approach, and I said, okay, I'm gonna walk 10 miles a day before I go to work. When I have 8, 10, 12 salad for the next 100 days, 50 high.
Get on the journey. You have turn around and say, no, remember you said journey that are also not only eating it one bite at a time, but helping put it in this, because we realize that it's not one size fit all. There's some people that are just going to want to say do the diabetes prevention program. They're not going to want to do the walk because they're already going to the gym. There's some people that the diabetes prevention program may not fit them, but they're looking to jump back into some type of daily movement, or they have a cabin fever. They work from home, they stay in the house all day, and they want to engage with people. So doing the walking program releases, again, those happy hormones, gives them a sense of engaging with people. Yes. And then you have those people that
How do we get started? We'll keep up with you. All that you're doing. We look forward to seeing you. When does the first walk start?
The first walk actually starts as long as it does not rain because we're going to be outside
Yeah.
until some of the April 7th.
Monday, April the 7th. And I believe that is
If I'm not mistaken, is that the 3rd?
the 3rd, the 4th. Okay.
Walking in the next few days. So why not start right after National Walking Day?
There you go.
Well, if we're gonna do it, let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
On the journey.
Just do it. Pathways with Penny. But Pathways with Penny.
Penny Love Fitness.
Yes.
Okay, because we are at our own pace. That's why it's called the walking program.
Stay off. We got to brand that now. Do it at your own pace. I love it. All right, Miss Penny, is there anything else you would like to share with the audience before we let you go? And we thank you again so much. All right, thank you so much. I'm Jabril, DTV. Mr. Abdul, what's your final thought?
I thought, remember to breathe before you do anything.
All right, like it a lot. We're going to end right there. Again, I'm Jabril. You're watching live in the DTV. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon. And